should actually make stock motion video. They're properly told narratives.
What do you mean?
I think that's the name of the channel. What do you mean with an exclamation point and a question mark?
The next question, which is, what do you mean?
You will learn something new in this channel.
Okie dokie artichoke. This website here, the AEC, is where we're going to go get the numbers to fill the bingo card. And the AEC seems like the website's a bit roundabout to get to things now, so I figured this might be a bit helpful for navigating your way to the public disclosures of the donations from companies to the parties. Alright, that's how we work out what's on the bingo card. And now this website is going to be the one that calls the numbers for this round of bingo. The Bingo Bill of 2019. We get it through the Senate, the Bingo Act of 2019. Alright, how this round of bingo works is we'll start from the bottom, so the most recent act they passed in 2019, and we'll work our way back to the beginning of the year. And if there's something on the bingo card that has benefited from one of these acts, that's when we cross it off. See if we can get a bingo. Starting from the bottom, Future Drought Fund Act 2019.
Well, that would be Crop Life. I'm crossing off Crop Life.
Counter-terrorism, Temporary Exclusion Orders, Consequential Amendments Act 2019. Counter-terrorism, Temporary Exclusion Orders Act 2019. Treasury Laws Amendment, Tax Relief so working Australians keep more of their money. Act 2019. Really? That's really what it's called. Laws Amendment, increasing and extending the instant asset write-off Act 2019. That's the one there that's made it go. So I think a medium business has gone up from 10 million to 50 million. And you can now write off, instead of where it was 1,000, it's 20, 25 or 30,000. So it's yeah, that sounds like it's all of the average Australians are going to be taking advantage of that. I'm sure as fuck going to go sort me out that tomorrow. Me and my little shop, I have a couple of 100,000 to pay for a fucking fortnight of rent for. Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, yeah, bingo, that's right, yes. Where was I? Design and Distribution Obligations and Product Invention Powers Act 2019. 2019 Measures Number 1, Act 2019. Excess Tariff Amendment Supporting Craft Brewers Act 2019. Yes, beer. We're sorting out the important things. Custom Tariff Amendment Craft Beer Act 2019. Australian Business Securitisation Fund Act 2019. That there is some alright, if you say so sort of deal. They decide, yeah, well, besides the name, they decided that they just need $4 billion in a fund, and every year they chuck in, 250 million? I'm not sure what they do with it, but they get it. Social Security Administration Amendment, Income Management and Cardless Welfare Act 2019. Now, I can't confirm, I'm going off of a hunch, but if you've got Visa on your bingo card, this would be a reason to cross that one off. Going off of a hunch. I read through all of these and they're not good. They're not good. Corporations Amendment, Strengthening Protections for Employee Entitlements Act 2019. Treasury Laws Amendment 2019. Petroleum Resource Rent Tax Number 1 Act 2019. This is from the 5th of the 4th. And what it mainly does, through reading through how they've altered it, is there is no longer a tax for onshore drilling. The way they tweaked words and what they left in and what they took out. There's no longer a resource rent tax for when they are drilling onshore. So that's what they're fighting so hard, or probably quite easily, to get through our parliament for the greater good of the companies you crossed off your bingo card. Woo, this is depressing. What's next? But yeah, that took out like half the bingo card. Oh, treatment, benefits, special access, consequential amendments, and Transitional Provisions Act 2019. Pretty sure this is like for veterans, or it's like meant to be. I think that's what it said in a lot of the language. Treatment Benefits Special Access Act 2019. Now that there is a good reason to take out most things that have anything to do with medical whatnot, which is, well, a heap of them really. Pfizer, I can't even say this one properly. Novartis, thank you. Oh yeah, Bristol-Myers squib, that's medical, and the Medtronic, they make like little heart, pacemakers and yeah, the Novartis are the ones that got a life-saving drug in for $2 million in the States because they can. So I think the only reason like a teacher and her husband managed to save their kid was because they got it on the news and they got it like broadcasted. So their health companies was like shamed into saving their kid. Like, wow, what a time to be alive. Treasury Laws Amendment, improving accountability and member outcomes in superannuation measures number 1, Act 2019. Yeah, just fuck it. Major sporting events, Protection Amendment Act 2019. Yep, yeah, good. We're doing all the important things. Oh, but actually, saying that, credit where credit's due, I guess. This looks like they, kind of give a fuck. Or I assume this must have been like in line with the New Zealand shooting, because it's Criminal Code Amendment, Sharing Abhorrent Violent Material Act 2019, and it's in like, what's that, 4th is April? I think that was, or maybe, what's that? Treasury Laws Amendment, Mutual Reforms. That is like pretty much what it sounds like. Oh, they're good. Income Tax Rates Amendment, Solvent Entities Act 2019, which is just pretty much, yeah, I think at least a third of them are just tax related for foreign activities or foreigners using Australia to do. I think they're trying to just, make us a little tax haven. So like the lower half of Australians have lost 2 percentage points and the top 1% have gained 2. So it's like, oh, well, good. Capitalism's working just fine. Isn't that I don't know. I've played Monopoly. It's like, oh, yeah. It's a lot of yelling at the end of it. It's like no one's friends.
Yeah, that a lot of tears.
Yeah, like someone's, it's...
And a lot of filing bankruptcy.
Well, yeah, we've just I think the world's at the stage now where it's like, all right, we get it. Yeah, just Jeff Bezos has us in a headlock and we've got those little plastic houses shoved in our nose and he's just beating us with the board going, keep playing, and we're sobbing and crying saying, no, stop, please stop. And we're coughing up little hotels and yeah. We just got paper cuts with the property cards and it's just hell. And the cunt wants to go to the fucking outer space. It's like, yeah, you could probably just fix half of the world's problems and still have a couple of billion to deal with. This is just silly now. What do you fucking mean? Oh yeah, bingo. That's right. What was the last one I read? Oof. Oh, they just get better and better. Income tax, managed investment trust, withholding tax amendment 2019, and that's just got something ridiculous in it. I remember reading it going, oh yes, and it just times it by 1,000, and that's the new threshold. Good. Treasury Laws Amendment, making sure foreign investors pay their fair share in tax in Australia and other measures, Act 2019. Export Finance and Insurance Corporation Amendment, Support for Infrastructure Financing, Act 2019. Now that one there, if there's anything bank or money related, I'm pretty sure they get to go, like, do whatever they want, really. Like, we encourage them, go do whatever they want, wherever they want. That's the gist of that one. Someone's got to be close to a bingo. I don't even know what the bingo is. You have to fill the whole card? Yep, yeah, fill the whole card. I don't even have a stamp, so... It's like, kind of like, the whole, don't look behind the curtain. That's sort of what I feel like. It's like Foreign Influence Transparency Scheme Amendment Act 2019. Like, no, don't worry. If they're from over in another country and they're giving us money, we'll tell you everything. Don't worry about it. Governor General Amendment Salary Act 2019. Treasury Laws Amendment North Queensland Flood Recovery Act 2019. And it's like, at least some of them just speak for themselves and you can imagine how it goes. That's pretty much how it goes. Alright, this one, I think it just jacks up the threshold for everything. Treasury Laws Amendment Medicare Levy and Medicare Levy Surcharge Act 2019, because you knew it was coming. Social Service Legislation Amendment Energy Assistant Payment Act. That's the one. That's the one that I reckon gave everyone $75. So then Shithat Morrison got his whole, but everyone on New Start, pretty much 99% of them are getting other payments. I reckon that's what he did. I reckon he just sort of did some bullshit, looked like he was trying to help, but help himself have an argument later, and not even a very good one. Aboriginal Land Rights Northern Territory Amendment Land Scheduling Act 2019. Like, that's in brackets. What does that make you think of? Land scheduling. Like, like picking a time? Like, booking it in? What do you mean? How do you schedule some land? I looked it up. I don't think it's like, I've only known it in the sense of like,
scheduling to do something.
Like it's time. They've now turned, they're talking about land like it's time. I can't decipher everything on this. That's why I'm doing it to the people, the universe and the interwebs, because I don't fucking know. Land scheduling. Supply Parliamentary Departments Act number 1, 2019-20. And then there's a bunch of them, and they're the ones that, I think they're the ones that they push through when they don't think they have the budget in time, or they do, or I don't know. Because then there's, these appropriation ones, which is where they spitball on how they're going to spend money and what they're going to spend money on. It's all just the bills and acts that pretty much end up making the budget. And then I'll be beating that dead horse, because those videos and posts have been made. During the editing process, I thought, you know what? We should beat this dead horse. Yes, let's beat the fuck out of this dead horse.
Brace yourself.
Billions and 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 money! Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions!
Excellent.
You will make lots of money. For me!
Get into politics to get wealthy. You're doing it wrong.
The Liberal government.
Been made. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. There's heaps of these. Industrial Chemicals Charge General Act 2019. And then there's like excess and customs. It's all the same one. And that there would be then I guess there Dow on these bingo card. Yep. What's left? Treasury Laws Amendment Strengthening Corporate and Financial Sector Penalties. Oh, I did think that one actually seemed like it gave proper hard time for people that did fucked up shit with. I think didn't read that one too thoroughly because I think it was actually somewhat what it says it was meant to be. Don't quote me, but it's all there and should stay there on the interwebs. Treasury Laws Amendment Protecting Your Superannuation Package Act 2019. Do you have any superannuation? Do you have any? Oh, see, I don't. I don't think I do. What was the next one? Oh yeah, there's the super one. Treasury Laws Amendment 2018 Measures Number 5 Act 2000. What? Okay, we just got some. Oh, and then another. Industrialized Chemical Notifications and Assessment Amendment. And then another Industrial Chemicals Act 2000. This one here, I'm pretty sure this one it's got one like little, I think there's, no more testing on animals in Australia is outlawed with this.
Right.
But it didn't do anything about importing things that have been.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then, because how much shit do we really make here anyways? Like, what Australian-made makeup is there? So it's like, oh, well, good, because how many places were doing it to begin with? Good.
Yeah,
We've outlawed something that was probably fuck all done anyways. And then, so then we're still half the shit. If it's tested, it's tested. Don't think that law's going to change dick. But yeah, then this is, I think, when he got questioned about the report that came out about the 6th mass extinction and like 1 million species gonna be like gone, at least in our lifetime. And he's like, oh yeah, we did heaps of work to stop that from happening. We put lots of acts and fucking shit through. Don't you worry, guys, we got you. And because it's not hard, because actual journalists then did it because that's their job, and we're doing it here via a game of bingo. And yeah, he's just talking absolute shit. And the closest he's gotten to saving any sort of living thing is that little attempt of, oh yeah, don't go putting foundation on a frog. And it's like, dope. Cool. Yep, that's going to save us. All right, I digress. Wine Australia Amendment Trade with United Kingdom Act 2019. Important, real important. Now this one here, I was real alright, I don't know. It's from what's that, March apparently. And it's always it's like Treasury Laws Amendment Enhancing Whistleblower Protections Act 2019. It's like, really? What do you mean you people care about whistleblowers? You don't care about whistleblowers. So I can think of 3 in Australia that have been fucked over by the government. Exactly. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You couldn't give a shit that you see them as a hindrance. I don't trust this. And it's it kind of just seems like a roundabout way to make sure you go to your higher up, or go to, you can't tell anyone but one person and you have to wait 60 days, or I don't know. It's a whole lot of word salad, and it divided up into I don't know why you would need to divide up a whistleblower thing into tax. And this one's for the social stuff. Yeah, why would you just be nah, if you see something fucked up that's happening and you bring attention to it, you just don't get punished? What do you mean? Why do we need to make this I fucking hate people. When you could punish the war crimes, not the person going, yo, look, war crimes. No, that makes sense. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Am I wrong? And is everyone else right? I don't know anymore. Northern Territory, another amendment. I assume then it's just going to take more land. Yeah, another Treasury Laws Amendment. I got from 2018 measures. I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing with old ones. Treasury Laws Amendment 2017. Enterprise Incentives Number 1. I don't know. Those 2 words are definitely in together in the hands of these people. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Telecommunications Legislation Amendment. That's probably to spy on everybody. Social Service Other Legislation Amendment Supporting Retirement Incomes. Oh, one of the other big donors, but they didn't have a logo, but they gave buckets of money to the Liberal Party, was some woman that owns a real fancy high-end retirement village, and that's all I could, because I searched the names, and that's where the name from the donor took me. It was just Australia's most fancy retirement village, and it's like, oh, well, makes sense. Old rich people. Oh, it just gets shadier and shadier. Parliamentary Service Amendment, post-election report, Home Affairs Legislation Amendment, Miscellaneous Measures Act 2019. Alright, with a name like that, would you think there'd be much important stuff in there or whatever? Miscellaneous measures. Like, would you think that's long or just maybe just like a couple of points at the end? Because that thing is fucking like pages upon pages, like one of the longest ones out of here, and it's got things in there that put people away for 20 years, 15 years, and it's like, how is this in miscellaneous? I saw like 4 or 5 things that have like this sentencing of like maximum 25 years. It's like, what? Miscellaneous? What the fuck is this like the rest of then? Like, oh, fuck that. And yeah, you obviously just trying to like hide some shady shit and can't even be fucked if that's what you're like fucking passing it through as. I reckon we could write more like just, yeah, better laws with fucking emojis at this stage. And just like that like guy with his arms up, like, I don't know. Oh, well, that's a fucking bingo. I don't care what anybody says. I don't know which one I'm looking at. Oh, well, not... Ah, yeah, I was going to say, not quite. On this one, like, I was like, wait, there's that one that's still hanging. I'm not going to attempt to say it, but don't worry, it does all pan out because there's Defense Legislation Amendment. Could only imagine what's going on in that one. Probably read that one later. But defense, warships, Now, I wonder if, like, who gets more donations actually makes the difference on the election. On, like, whether that then, like, the ripple effect goes on to they then use more money to get to more people or get better or more potent propaganda or whatever. Or, yeah, because, I don't know, I think so far whoever has won has had more money thrown at them as well. Just, you know, so happens. I can't draw anything from that other than that's how it is. But then I think when Malcolm Turnbull was the Prime Minister, he gave the party like close to 2 million, like was it 1 million and then like 700, close to 2 million. And then if you took that out, then Labour fucking had like bucket loads more cash thrown at them. You know, that was interesting little fucking, I was just writing numbers down, be like, oh, what if you take this out, take away just that one guy's donation? Oh shit, look at those numbers. Good thing I filmed it all and wrote it down. Look, people, I think we're being taken for a ride. Bingo! Some final notes. Some big donors like Adandi and Whitehaven Coal, they would have been ticked off if I did a bingo for the last cycle. They already got their goodies from legislation. And I do recommend go back and watch the appropriations or any of my videos about the budget and how they spend the money and just get mad at it. And then, yeah, go see who donates to your parties and go read through the bills and acts that they're voting on and let them know. Let them know that you're watching and you've got an eye on them and put the pressure on. Like, subscribe. See you next time.